I was thinking, so Silksong you could do Lady in Red, but I don't really know lyrics to that song.
Lady in Red.
Yeah.
Let me just... Okay, go ahead.
Silent Hill, we could do Running Up That Hill, Salisbury Hill, or you could even do Sound of Silence.
Let's go with Salisbury Hill. Brent loves Salisbury Hill, so he'll probably at least comment. So we'll get some... Climbing up on Salisbury Hill, I could see the city light. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night.
Is that where
He
we're
was something
you gonna
to
keep going?
I'm going!
Okay.
Came in close, I heard a voice. Standing, stretching every nerve. I had to listen, had no choice. I did not believe the information. Just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home.
All right,
All
good.
right, we'll end there.
That was good. That was a good intro. Sorry I interrupted.
No, it's okay. It's all right, man.
Yeah.
So
So
to Salisbury Hill. I don't blame you, dude.
yeah, like this is the big Silent Hill show, so we had to have the Hill song.
Yeah, and honestly, the game it's very Silent Hill, so to have like an appropriate song, it's kind of hard. So just let's pick a fun Hill song and go with that one.
Yeah. So I'll do the intro. Welcome to another episode of Flock of Geeks Gaming. I am your host Kester, and with me as always is my co-host Defense.
What is going on, everybody?
Yes, this is a big show, big game week. Silent Hill F, which we both actually played and beat. So
we actually have a good show because we both have played all of these games and have, I think, a good grasp on them. So
yeah, we're gonna talk the Wolverine trailer because that was probably the biggest news to come out of Tokyo Game Show. There wasn't much else that I even cared about. I finally played Silksong, so I'm gonna give my thoughts on Silksong, and then we're gonna quickly talk about where we're at with Borderlands, and then yeah, big Silent Hill episode, probably spoiler free, then spoilers, full spoilers. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
for that.
I mean, you're definitely farther ahead than I am. Like, I beat it, but there's more endings and stuff. So I think we could just kind of do a spoiler, what the ending, how it made us feel, but I don't want to know too much.
Yeah, we'll just try to stick to the first
Main
ending.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think even the other endings, it does add a lot, but I think it's most of the stuff you can... Like, I pretty much figured out kind of what was going on my first playthrough. Like, the other playthroughs just add a little more clarity,
yeah,
I guess.
I was hoping for that. That's good.
Yeah, so I won't spoil it because, yeah, you do have to beat it fucking 4 times for it to make, like, really understand what's going on.
To get what the developers want you to get out of it, you got to beat it 4 times.
Yeah, and you go real quick through your other playthroughs. Like, I think my last one was like an hour and 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, you're skipping cutscenes. You know what you need. You know what you don't need. You know the puzzles. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're just running past enemies at a certain point.
Right. So okay, cool. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Silent Hill talk.
Awesome. But we should start with the big trailer. Wolverine. Thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, Insomniac's making this. You know, it got leaked. I think like half a year ago now. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
They showed some gameplay that was pretty jank, and people were pretty scared and worried about it. And then Insomniac dropped this and was like, "Why were you worried about the leaked gameplay?"
Yeah, like I never understand why people get like freaked out by leaked gameplay.
Yeah, it's like you're still seeing the movie with a green screen. Like, duh, it sucks. Like,
Yeah. That happened
So
with
anyway,
GTA 6 too, as I recall.
yeah, it's just like if you're poking around, you're gonna find bad shit. Like, it's easy. Anywho,
Yeah.
So the makers of Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, all those really quality Spider-Man game are making the Wolverine game, and I personally think it looks like those games, like quality-wise, polish-wise,
Even graphical
cinematic-wise.
style.
Yeah, like it definitely fits into those games very well. So if you like the look of those games, I think you'd love this. But the real kicker to this is the gore. Like, it is
Yeah, and
obscenely bloody.
people were worried that it wasn't going to be obscene, but it's very obscene, which is good.
It is to the point that YouTube people aren't posting gameplay. Like, you probably shouldn't post the trailer on here while with the YouTube, because people are getting flagged for it. So
I would assume
it's that bad. Yeah, well, that good. I mean,
yeah, that good. That's this game too. I really like both those Spider-Man games. Like, I'm a huge fan of them. I'm actually not that big of a Wolverine fan in general as like a comic character, but the fact that it is Insomniac and they knocked it out of the park with the Spider-Man games and the violence, I think I want to try it. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And the thing is too, I think it's a good trick, a good hero to go with, as opposed to like doing a different superhero like Flash or Superman or like someone with another open world. I think Wolverine, you can make a linear 3D action adventure game, kind of like the old God of Wars or something, or like Uncharted, with Wolverine, and just have an awesome combo system like Ninja Gaiden or something. I think it'll be awesome if they do that. I don't want an open world game, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be open world or not. I hope it probably is going to have some elements of open world, but everyone's saying it does kind of remind them of that Xbox 360 game. Do you remember that one, the Wolverine Origins game?
Dude, that game is super underrated.
Yeah,
like, that game was awesome.
Good. That's a gem. So
it is.
Hopefully there are some similarities they're going to kind of take from that game. I do wonder, like, if it is open world, am I going to be driving around on that motorcycle, or was that just like part of like a set piece? Like, I don't know that I want to be jumping around buildings as Wolverine. Like, how's that going to work if it is open world?
Yeah, I don't see it being open world. I'm gonna pretend it's not.
There you go. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna pretend it's not, and like maybe there will be pieces of like, you know, Wolverine. You could drive your motorcycle to like, you know, level 1 or level 2, but there's not really much going on. Like, you just get to pick which way you want to go, or like maybe it's even just an action sequence.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Hopefully it's just an action sequence. But like, I like cowboy Wolverines in it. We got different costume Wolverines going.
Yeah, that was great from the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2 had some of the coolest costumes and ways to get costumes. It was good fan service for those. You could be pretty much any Spider-Man you wanted.
Yeah, I think if you're a giant Wolverine fan, this has to be like perfect, you know, like just
yeah, you're
orgasmic.
Coming.
Yeah,
you're coming. You're coming.
Yeah, you saw like him just doing the rapid slashes, and then it was like you're done already. You didn't even get through the whole trailer, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I heard that people were worried about the mechanics of, because it's like Wolverine can't die, so it's like kind of that Superman syndrome. How do you hurt Superman? How do you kill what can't be killed? I guess that they're basing his health regen on his offensive skills. So if you are brutalizing people, like, you'll never die.
That's actually a cool concept, that like the more rage you have, the more
it's almost like, it reminds me of like Doom, you know, it's total offense. You want to keep fighting even if you're near death. That's when you want to go the hardest. So I think that's a good take on it. It makes it more like Berserker mode, and that's Wolverine. So they're definitely thinking of the right things, I think.
Yeah, and Insomniac, man, they're just a good developer in general. So lot of hope for this
tired
one.
Of Spider-Man. They probably want to move. They probably want to move on from Spider-Man. They're probably like, "Fuck yeah, we get to slash heads off." And
more violent, something more violent, and coming out of the Tokyo Game Show too, there wasn't much else. They showed a lot of Solstice, and it just looks like more Returnal. So if you like Returnal, you'd probably like it.
Yeah, I loved Returnal, but this isn't really something I'm super hyped about. I would get it for like $20-$30. And plus it's a dude. It's that actor that like he's cool, But I'd rather play as a girl. I always like that. It's a little bit more edgy, I think, in the mystery of things, and it just doesn't. It doesn't seem different enough from Returnal to get me excited. It just seems like more Returnal.
That's my thing with it. It looks like it's exactly like Returnal, except you have some sort of force field, which maybe they're trying to tone down the difficulty of Returnal, because that was a lot of complaints on that one.
I could see why. I think the roguelike elements actually, at the beginning of the game before they patched it, you literally could just soft lock yourself, like you're fucked. Like you have to just completely rerun everything again, and that would suck. But
yeah, like I never could beat Returnal, man, because it just seemed like I would never get a build going, or like I had, whenever I would get back to the third area, like I never got a good gun. It just never worked out for me, and I got like roguelikes, man, tend to piss me off after a while. Like, that's what happened to me with Hades. Like, I really liked Hades, but I couldn't get through it because just fucking go through the same levels over and over again, then you die on the fucking Minotaur fight, and you're like, I'm so tired of this.
The Minotaur fight's awful, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do get that. I feel like roguelikes are one of those games where you can easily walk away from it feeling like you just wasted your evening, you know, and that's never really a good feeling for anything.
No, and that tends to be my feeling. Did you try Hades too? I thought you said
so I bought it in early access way back when because it was $20, and I was like, yeah, I liked Hades, and I'll get it when it releases. It hit 1.0 a couple days ago. I checked it out and haven't really dove too far in because I wanted to beat Silent Hill. I will say it feels great. I played through like one, round, and it just felt so clean and slick, and it felt responsive and well done. So if you're a Hades fan, I feel like this is a no-brainer, and it's fun. I'm excited to keep playing it. I want to see if it does a better job of like what you're saying, not making me feel like this is annoying. I heard the fights aren't as bad, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of checking it out just because play as a girl, which I like better, and then I have heard that the build system's a lot better. So I might check that one out after I'm done with the fourth playthrough of Silent Hill, which I'm close. Yeah. I'm very close.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out probably before the next show. Like, I'll dive a little more deeper into it. So.
Yeah, and there's not the only other thing that a Tokyo Game Show that like got me kind of excited is they did show Sea Viper. Finally, like her gameplay, and she looks just as complicated. Like I'm never gonna be able to play her, but I like that she's in there.
They're just holding fast with her. They're just gonna keep her difficult.
Like she looks
what we like about her.
So difficult to play. So I don't think she'll move the mark because she'll be too technical to be viable at a high level. But she looks awesome, so that got me kind of excited. And then I think that's it. Do you have anything else from the Tokyo Game Show?
Those Sony speakers look sick.
Actually, they did. They did look sick. I forgot about that.
I know. I like jokingly was like, "What the fuck?" And then I watched. I was like, "Man, those are kind of cool."
Yeah, like do I have the money for these? I probably don't. But
I don't. But I just think it's funny that Sony's just like dropping marketing for their weird speakers during the time.
But they actually looked good.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like I raised my arms. It's like I can't argue, but.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, silly shit. Oh, the God of War. Everyone thought God of War was going to get a remake, but they just announced the controller.
Nice.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, I saw like a bunch of rumors that things were going to be like, I heard they were going to announce something for Uncharted and like a remake of the original and maybe 5. It's like that didn't, like nothing happened at this game show. Oh, what's the Kojima game?
Oh, Knock.
Knock. That trailer.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. And it was
OG,
like
Knock.
Knock.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, I've never didn't think you could make lighting candles an exciting trailer, but that fucker did it. Like that trailer was insane.
Yeah, it was nuts. And so, do you know what the OD and the Knock is? Like what that is going to be about?
No, I don't.
So OD is going to be the like video game, not necessarily trilogy, but saga thing. And then Knock is Kojima's, and then Jordan Peele is gonna do one with a different title. Like,
Ooh.
I think what Kojima's doing is kind of opening up his software for other directors of horror to come in and like use it to direct a video game in a way.
That's
or like
good.
an episode.
That could be. That's a good concept, actually. And it did have very big PT vibes, which is good.
Huge, and I'm excited. And he's actually, Guillermo del Toro was supposed to be in the talks of doing one of them. So it's PT's kind of coming back.
Yeah, that would be good to bring PT back, because that was such a shame we never got that game. So
we got Kojima's credit card coming.
Yeah, I saw that in Kojima Whiskey.
Death Stranding.
Oh, Death Stranding. That's clever. Bravo.
I saw that. I giggled.
Okay, so I think that's it for the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, really. That's it for me, too.
I did want to talk about my thoughts on Silksong, because I got almost to Act 3. I probably put in like a good 15 hours, and I think it's an excellent game. And I definitely like it better than Hollow Knight. It does jump the shark on difficulty. Like, I am one of the few people, like, I almost never complain that a game is too hard, but there are some sections in this game that are like, was that necessary? Like, did you get the double jump?
Yes.
Wait. You have to, like, climb.
I got the wall, but I don't think I got the double jump.
Yeah.
No.
The double jump. To get the double jump, you have to climb up this mountain, and it is literally one of the hardest platforming sections I have ever completed in my life. And it's like, not only would it just be hard, there's a mechanic where it's cold. She's in the cold, so if you stay in the cold too long, you die. So it's like, not only is this the hardest jumping thing I've ever done, I have to do it quickly. Like, there's so much stuff in that game where it's like, this is so hard and unnecessary. I don't like that there's way too many of those, like, the door locks, and then I gotta fight waves of guys.
That felt... What the... I was just kind of like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, we're doing this again?
Right. That happened. Every time that happened, I said that. I was like, really?
Really? Like, again? Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I still hate the map system, like having to buy a map, then buy quills, and even like you have to use beads to unlock save points. It's like they just throw like levels of unnecessary hard in there. I feel like this doesn't add anything. Like, I need to. So you climb the mountain and you get halfway and you've died like 20 times, so you have no prayer beads, and there's a save point at the halfway mark. Well, you don't have any prayer beads, so now you have to, because you're not going to make the second half on your first try. You died, then you have to go farm guys to get, your 60 prayer beads, and then go back and then have to clear it without dying. It's like, this is just crazy. Like, I think because it was originally a DLC, they were like, people didn't think Hollow Knight was hard. Let's crank this to 11. But there's no, like, easing it in. It is just hard the whole time. And I didn't have trouble with bosses as much as everyone seems to be having. I think it's just, like, the platforming in this game is so hard.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I think the platforming in general is the reason I died more than anything else.
Yeah.
It was just, I missed the drop pogo, I missed the sideways pogo, I didn't see that thing. Lots of shit dropped from the ceiling without any kind of awareness.
Yeah, and
you just gotta figure it out.
Dude, later in the game, like, a lot of the jumping puzzles too are like, you have to just die until you like figure out where to go. Like, I don't really like that kind of stuff. Like, I like throwing the javelin movement technique, like when you throw the needle and go to it, but like you're trying to throw it, hit enemies, bounce off enemies, and you can't see what's coming next, but it's like, I need to know what's coming next in order to complete the jump. So I found that was just really frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't. I can't really argue with you about that, because I find it completely. I'm completely on board with you. I think it's I think it's too hard for the sake of being hard.
Yeah.
And it really is just holding itself back with that. I think those things should have been way more optional. Like, that mountain would have been, like, for a crest or something, not for an essential part of the video game.
Yeah, that's where I came down. And I do think it nails pretty much everything. Like, the atmosphere is great. The combat's great. I like the story better in this one. I like Hornet better because she talks back to people.
Yeah, she just kind of calls people out. She's like, "Are you talking? You're not who you say you are. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you're being silly."
And I like a lot of times, like, someone will be like, "Oh, can you do this for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, but I'm not going out of my way. Like, if I happen upon it," kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think one of my biggest grievances with the game, as opposed to the platforming being too difficult, is the quest system. I think, like, why is there so many fetch quests?
Yeah, there
like
are.
kill 20 of these things. I have to do it all the time. I'm running back to bosses. Don't make it like a fetch. I don't know. I don't think those added anything for me. Those just made me feel like filler and annoying, and I wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah, I do think it is good. It's a fun game. It's like, I had a lot of fun playing it, but it's one of those, I put it down to play Silent Hill, and I don't think I'm going to pick it back up just because it's like, I didn't love it enough. It was frustrating me too much. Like, maybe one day I will, but I would never want to replay the first half, so, like, I don't even know where I'm at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, I want to replay it. I want to replay it knowing what I know now, and I think I'd enjoy it more. But at the same time, I don't know if I definitely don't want to do it right now. That's for sure.
But overall, I'd still say a good game. Like, I think it's like a solid 9, 8, 9. But I think
if you like Hollow Knight, this is perfect for you. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly what you want as a fan.
Like, I was talking to my friend at work, and he's a big Hollow Knight guy, and he said he thinks he likes the original better just because of how difficult this one is, and there's no easing you in, and he feels the pacing isn't as good. So he's a diehard Hollow Knight guy, so I'm gonna go with his opinion.
Yeah, sometimes games can be too hard to enjoy a second time. Like, I don't ever want to do that again. Even if it's not fun. That was just hard.
Yeah, like, I almost never complain. Like, a game being too hard isn't really in my vocabulary. I think maybe I've said in mind Silksong's too hard, and maybe the original Neo was too hard. But other than that, I can't think of a game I thought was too hard but this game, man. And I think it might just be like, I'm not that big on really hard platformers. And if you are, you probably love this.
Yeah, it's definitely just as much of a fighting cool game, but it's like really just a tough platformer. If you're into that, you're right. That if that tickles your taint, this game's gonna be tickling you all the time.
Oh, you're gonna fucking love this game. It's so hard. Like, and I love the combat in this one. I think it's done way better in this one. I actually liked the diagonal attack. Like, I think I was better with that. Like, it was cool, like, just bouncing back and forth on people's heads with that fucking slash. So I loved all of the combat. I loved the boss fights in this. I thought were really good. I thought the challenge on the boss fights was perfect. I think I just suck at platformers is my takeaway from Silksong.
Yeah, it's like I'm just a little impatient when it comes to jumping around. I'm like, please make it quick. I don't want to fight stuff.
I play Metroidvanias for the fighting. I don't like. You could play Super Meat Boy kind of thing, or like Mario Maker levels,
or Celeste, or something like that.
Yeah, so I just don't think that I like the really hard platforming sections of Silksong, but the rest of it I thought it was great.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's a great game.
It's a great game, but it's just, platforming's too hard for me. So we can go to Borderlands real quick because I did beat Borderlands. I don't know where you're at on it.
You could tell me. I beat 2 of the 3 big bad guys, and that's where I'm at. So I'm on like the 3rd area kind of deal.
So once you beat the third boss and you go into the city, there is like so many fucking more side quests and shit. There's so much more to the game. But if you go like right to the end boss, which we ended up doing because at that point we were at level 50 and we just wanted to beat the game kind of thing.
Yeah.
That really didn't take much longer. So like once you get in,
pretty much steamrolling the main story because I realized I was spending too much time in certain areas. Not that I wasn't having fun. I just wanted to see what the next area looked like, you know? So I would just move on.
Yeah, and that's a big strength of the game is like you can spend hours and hours and like you're like there are 3 areas. You could be 30, 40 hours in and not get out of the first area and still not have done everything, and everything is pretty fun.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was finding. I was like, there is so much going on everywhere. And I feel like if I do all this, I'm going to be like max level by the third area or something. It's wild. There's so much to do in the open world here.
Yeah, and like so many of the quests are really funny and really good. There's one where, did you get the one where Claptrap falls in love with that AI? Hilarious.
No, I got the one where you had to go collect his memorabilia. I think you and I played that one together.
Yeah, that one's hilarious. There's one where this guy's putting a rock band together, and that one's real funny. Like, there's a lot of really good quest design.
What about that K-pop one where we had to like booze them up?
Whenever we had to make the hangover cure, that's a good quest.
Yeah,
like that K-pop song.
We ended up we were just like vibing on the stage together. We're like, this is a good song.
Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, so for Borderlands, man, this game is the best Borderlands. I think it's better than 2. This is such a good game. If it works for you.
Yeah, that was the other part. Yeah, I can't argue with you. I think that this is bar none the best one. I think they came with their A game. Everything about it's fun. I still have issues with the inventory system.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It's almost impossible at this point. I've realized because it's just it needs to save your filtering. I don't understand what's going on there. They'll probably patch that. Honestly,
hopefully.
Yeah, they might. But yeah, the big issue for a lot of people with this one is it's just running. Anyone who could play it loves it. But hardware-wise, PCs are having a tough go.
Yeah, I was playing with my run friend and he's playing it on console and he's having no issues. So it is just a PC thing.
Yeah, it makes sense, and but I do think they're underestimating the amount of people that want to play it on PC. So
how many people they've pissed off.
Yeah, and Randy Pitchford's such a douche. Even like you could say this game's a 10 out of 10, and just then you read one of his tweets or one of his responses, and you're just like, man, I want to give this game a good score, but you're a douche.
Yeah, what's weird about him too is like you never hear about like his employees complaining that he sucks and that they crunch him or anything like so he seems like he's a good guy to his employees, but anytime he opens his mouth in like a public setting, he just comes off as a douche. Like,
yeah, well, I'd have, yeah, exactly.
Trying to tell people like, oh, just refund it. Like, you're not a serious, like, this game's only for serious gamers. Like, I don't have $3,000, so I'm not a serious gamer. Like, shut up.
Yeah. Just stop putting the foot in the mouth. And he might be okay to his employees on the inside, but from the outside, he's saying these things and making his employees look bad. Because if he was just like, hey, we understand that the optimization on PC is not the best, we're working on it. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be like, cool. And you can refund it if you're not happy, we're sorry, we're working on it. But he's saying it runs perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. You can adjust your NVIDIA card graphics and like your BIOS and you'll fix it fine. He runs his totally great at home. And all this stuff, he's saying all this shit. So he's saying this game's so well optimized. Meanwhile, they are literally releasing patches of optimizations, fixing the issues that everybody are having. So what is he talking about? He's just lying. And his employees are like, dude, like, we're fixing it. Sorry. But Randy's like, no, it's perfect. It's like, no, that's not.
Just shut
what's
up.
going on? Yeah.
Like, they should just not allow him to have a Twitter. Like, is what I would do. Like, if I was 2K,
really?
I'd be like, you gotta stop, dude.
You wonder if it brings in more money. You really do. And I think that this kind of thing, it sells tickets, or in this case, games, until it doesn't. And once it doesn't, they'll cut them off.
Yeah, and I heard it was, like, a massive success, too. I think it sold something like 5 million copies. And, like...
No doubt. I mean, good on the developers, though. This game's fucking awesome. They did a great job. They made Borderlands open world and not make it feel like every other open world game, somehow. Yeah,
and it still feels like Borderlands. It's pretty much the perfect Borderlands game, and that's really where the discourse should be, not on Randy Pitchford is a douche and the game doesn't work.
Exactly. Let's talk about, like, let's talk about your roadmap. I didn't even know Cash came out, the new Vault Hunter. Or is he out yet?
No, I think they just announced him. He's not out yet.
But, like, think about how much cooler that announcement would have been if we weren't worrying about what Randy had to say. You know, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, just
now I don't even care. I don't even care about your new guy, because I feel like you're gonna talk some shit about, you know, about him and about everything about that too, and how you're gonna say something like "you're welcome" when Cash comes out. You're gonna say "you're welcome."
Yeah, pretty much.
We're not kissing your feet, Randy. I might just send in a refund, be like, will you give me money back because Randy Pitchford's a douche?
Reason for refund.
If I get it, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I do love the game, though. I just wish he did suck.
It's almost like a love-hate, dude. I think the game in itself, in a bubble, is so fucking wonderful. Yeah. But to know that creep show has a hand in it, I hate it.
I do.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah, man.
So,
but what
it is. It's like a 9 out of 10 game.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's as close to perfect as you can get with a game like this. Like, just movement's good, guns feel good, abilities are awesome. It's funny. The environments are cool. It's such a vast map with so much to do. Like, there's so much praise you can heap on this game. Like, they really nailed it.
The music was great. We were noticing it during fight. It's fucking awesome.
It's nowadays, like, you don't notice music as much, but Borderlands had some fucking bangers in there, man. Like, really good music.
Yeah. I even as a looter shooter critiquer, I would say, one that like wants to like them but has trouble enjoying them, I think Borderlands 4 is, bar none, some of the best shit you can get in right now for that type of genre.
Yeah, I like looter. I play like a lot of looter shooters, and I would say it's probably been the best one.
So it seems like it's probably pleasing. You know what you're getting, and what you're getting is great. Is really what Borderlands 4 is.
Yeah. All right, so let's do Silent Hill, because I've been dying to talk about Silent Hill. So
me too. Let's just preface. So no spoilers yet. Then we'll give our score, and then we'll dive into the ending and spoilers.
Yeah, so that'll work.
That'll work.
I think I want to start here with the game is genuinely unnerving. It's very creepy. Like, I think they nailed that.
I agree. I strummed the whole game, and many of moments that I just pause stream and go, did you fucking see that? Like, it's almost a very organic creepy that they managed to pull off with a lot of these enemies and stuff.
Yeah, and it's very good sound design. Like, if you have your headphones on, like, the enemies aren't necessarily intimidating, but the sounds they make and the ambiance, this game is pretty scary. We can go combat. I liked the combat in this. I actually would say I think I liked it better than Silent Hill 2, if only the jank was there. Like, it was pretty janky, but it made you feel like you were in danger.
It made you feel like the character you were playing.
Correct. Whereas, like in 2...
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in 2, James was like a fucking machine. Like, he could, like, fucking dodge. He had infinite ammo, infinite health drinks. It was more like, you know, the monsters should be afraid of you kind of thing.
Right. He came off as like a DILF, like a dad I'd like to find.
Yeah,
like,
he is the ultimate DILF.
Yes. And then the complete switch, you get this basically this little school teenager, you know.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think it's like it's a purposeful jank.
Yeah,
you can
like
tell
it
they
feels
did it all
intentional.
on purpose. Yeah, intentional. There you go.
Yeah, like even we were talking about when I was watching your stream, like the enemy hitboxes don't really make sense. Your hitbox doesn't really make sense, but it all adds to this atmosphere of like dread. Like, is this gonna hit? Like, am I gonna be okay? Like, it's all part of it, I think.
Yeah, and it does this game more so than any survival horror game. I said it by the end of it. Put me in a spot where I used all my shit. I had 1 health, and it was like me and 1 enemy. And I couldn't get hit, and I had to fight this thing with... I had nothing. I had no sanity, I had no health. And
I watched your struggle.
Yeah, but that's what made it, like you said, it was like a different type of horror. It was like a thrilling, intense butt pucker, and you could hear things, like you said, you would hear things coming up from behind you. You knew exactly what the fuck it was, and you're like, oh no, it's that thing, and I don't have any fucking health. So you start getting a little, that's where the anxiety was coming in.
And even, like...
Nailed it. It nailed it.
Even the breakable weapons actually turned out to be kind of cool, because you're like, oh my god, my weapon's almost gone here. Like, it did just add to it. Like, it's I would put it on the Dead Rising list where I liked the destructible weapons.
Yeah, it made you test things out. You were like, you had different options with them. I found by the end, like, the knife was good for quick attacks, so you had to use them on certain enemies and stuff, or you get like a bigger sledgehammer or something, and you would take on bigger enemies with that. It actually really worked out, and you would find yourself reserving those weapons for later fights and trying to baby them with your toolkits, because you're like, I know I'm gonna need this soon.
Yeah,
and you would.
And the toolkits too. Yeah, you're like, well, should I repair this pipe? Maybe I'll find another pipe. Like, I think this game just does such a great job of like anxiety. Like, the whole thing is just... Like, I can't imagine if you have a lot of anxiety, like, this game is just constant anxiety. Like, do I have...
it's not for you. Like, there isn't really a Mr. X in this game, which I'm glad they didn't go that route of stalking stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'm glad that isn't in there.
But it is the most survival game I've ever played in a horror genre, where I'm just, like, finding stuff that... Everything I'm using all of this. Like, thank God I found that. Thank God I found that. Thank God I found that. I'll take that. Like, and I played on hard though, so I will say I played on hard, and I found it to be the almost perfect. Maybe a little too hard for me, but almost perfect for the survivability aspect.
Yeah, I played one of my playthroughs on the hardest difficulty, and I would honestly say I liked it less because it was just... It became frustrating at points. Like, I actually didn't play... The first time I played it through, I played it on normal. Then the second time I played it on the hardest difficulty. So I didn't actually get to try regular hard. Because then after the second one, I was just trying to beat it again as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I saw that it said story mode. And anytime I see story, I just view that as easy. So I just picked hard.
Yeah.
And I honestly kind of wish... I would have just played on normal and not hard. I did get to learn the game very well. You got to get good at the fighting on the harder difficulties. But I feel like a lot of the boss fights and certain situations just dragged way too long for me in these harder difficulties. And then it kind of took away from the suspense, because I'm like, oh my God, I got to keep doing this.
Yeah, and when you're playing on like the harder difficulty too, it is a situation of... Well, I don't really need to fight this thing, so I'm just going to run by it when, on normal, you just bash everything, and the bashing is good.
Yeah, and the bashing is really good. I think that I really enjoy. Back to the combat a little bit. The focus meter.
Sanity
I wasn't
meter,
sure.
yeah.
The sanity focus thing you do. You kind of go slow mo. I love that mechanic. I think it's kind of brilliant because it's like what it does is you focus in on the enemy. It draws away your sanity, and you're basically analyzing the enemy movements, and when you see an opening, you can like counter or crit them.
Yeah, you can counterattack.
Yeah, and I find that really interesting because if you're in that mode and you try to do anything, it's kind of a negative on you. So you have to pick and choose when you use it. And I like the idea that the only way to like really hurt this enemy is to just basically stand in front of it and focus.
Yeah, it's
pretty badass.
Yeah, it's like another thing that just adds to the like tension and horror of the game. Like if you the sanity meter actually becomes like the most important part of combat, because if you run out of sanity and you can't charge that attack, like you can't stun enemies, like you can't count, it becomes much harder to hit counterattacks. So it's like the game is literally making you stare these things in the face, you know? And it's just another great mechanic where you think like, oh, I have stamina to manage. Now I have to manage my sanity as well. But it works so good. And same with like stamina. Like everyone said this was Dark Souls. Like it's not really it just has a stamina thing. It adds so much having stamina, because it's like, oh shit, I'm out of stamina. I can't dodge. I can't swing. There's fucking 2 of these things coming at me. Like it just
right at that is exactly right, dude. And I couldn't have said it better about myself about the stamina. What it really does add is just another restriction in combat to the anxiety. Like, because if you're fighting 2 things and they're both attacking you, you're like, okay, I got 3 dodges. And then I gotta just chill. So how am I gonna get this off? So you try not to do 3, but if you do, you're hoping to dodge into the corner where they can't hit you because you gotta take a break.
Yeah, and there's like so much in this game that like you would think that's annoying, and in most games it is, but in this game it just seems to add to the fact that combat isn't like perfect. Or like you can hit the wall with your pipe, like you're charging up, you're ready to unleash this attack, and you hit the fucking wall. It's like, oh shit! Now this thing grabs you. Like
the fight can turn on a dime. It's crazy how you're like, I won, and then like you said, you hit the wall once, and then they kill you. You're dead.
Yeah, it's
so you have to use the weapon, but that comes back to the weapon and durability. It's like, well, if I'm in a small room or a hallway, I want to use like a knife because I could just stab it and I won't hit the wall as much. And you're might be babying your knife more so than your sledgehammer because you can't really even use the sledgehammer here, you know?
Yeah, like the sledgehammer only works against this enemy or that enemy because it's big.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. So it all really ties well in together. And like you said, the jank of combat, it adds to those. There's moments where you're definitely like, that was bullshit. You get one tapped, stun locked, you can't do anything. That happens. But then there's those moments where almost like 2 or 3 enemies line up and you just crush all fucking 3 of them. And your game is basically frozen from the impacts of these hits in a good way.
Yeah, it's
just
good.
Like, doom, doom, doom. And you're just like, oh, that felt so good.
Yeah.
And those moments, I'll take the jank for those moments, and those moments are awesome in this game.
Yeah, and I don't think this is like a spoiler because it's shown a lot in the trailers. There's like a dark world, and in that world, your weapons don't degrade. So it's like a nice juxtaposition of like, it makes the 2 worlds feel vastly different. Just because in the one world you're kind of overpowered, and then in the real world you're not. Like it's weird.
Almost like a training section for me because you don't have to worry about your weapon durability. You can just kind of fight, and then when you go back to the real world, and you see your durability, and you're like, oh shit, I got to worry about this now. But it's fun because you kind of you feel a little more prepared, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that it's also very cool because it's very Silent Hill-y to have like two worlds like that. But in the Silent Hill games, you always felt like less powerful when you went to the dark world. This one's actually the opposite, which I thought was really neat. Like when you go into the dark world, you're like, all right, I don't want to spoil anything, but like you're kind of like
you don't
super
have to
powerful.
Worry as much. Yeah,
correct.
You are more. The enemies, you have more utility in the other world. You're definitely not a little girl.
Yeah, you're not a little girl in the other world. And then you go back, you're like, oh man, I don't have that anymore. Oh, we're back to this. And couple, like, the level design is really good. Like, just how...
I loved it, dude. Yeah. I loved how they took a Silent Hill city and then they just kind of transposed that into... like a Japanese older village so well, where when you look at the whole map, you're like, wow, it's totally Silent Hill again, but in a village.
Yeah, and I could say that the biggest thing that makes this Silent Hill, and I was like, the first, when I was playing it, and everyone's saying a lot, like, oh, it doesn't feel like like, how many times you check your fucking map in this game is so Silent Hill. Like, you are checking your map every 10 seconds in this game. Like, did I open that door? Did I not open that door? Can I go this way? Can I not go that way? Like, that's the biggest thing in Silent Hill, is checking the map.
I agree, and that's a good point to make. It's definitely not Silent Hill. It's Silent Hill with a twist, and I feel like it's a toe dip that they're taking. It's like, does this work in survival horror? And I commend them for trying this game, because I personally think it's for me. I really enjoyed it. It's a different feeling game for sure, but it's totally fun.
Yeah, I fucking love this game. And just getting back to the world design, there is so much like backtracking back and forth across the map, but it changes just because of the creature is changing the world. So it's like, oh, I have to run back across the town again. Well, it's going to be completely different. It's going to look different. Like,
Yeah, I never felt like I was backtracking. Like, you'll even be like, oh, I know that there's a shrine around this corner, thank God. But you were never like, oh, gotta run back through here.
Yeah,
they did a wonderful job of just being like, you gotta go back to that house. And you never go, oh, fuck. Really? Like, again? You're just like, okay, cool, I'll go back there. And something cool happens along the way.
Yeah, something creepy's gonna happen.
Total different path.
One thing I want to say before we get to spoilers is I don't think a lot of the puzzles in this game miss the mark. Like, there's way too many, like, read a paragraph and try to figure out where to put the emblems, because it doesn't make any sense a lot of the time.
No, you even I was streaming one of the last puzzles of the game. We won't go too much into that, but I was like, I gotta look this up. This is ridiculous. You basically have infinite options, technically. Like, you gotta figure out what the picture's trying to tell you. And I even did. But I just, you were like, you got those two right, so at least I knew where I was going with it.
Yeah, a big example is there's a puzzle box in this with pictures, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Is that a fruit? Is that a plum? Like, I know I have to pick fruits here, but is this a pumpkin? Is this an apple? Like,
right. It's not that I don't know what I'm looking for. I just don't know what the fuck that picture is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is a cake. Well, that looks like a pie. Is it a pie? Like, am I supposed to pick the pie? Like, they said cake. That's not a cake. But there's no other cake-like object. That's a pie. And there's way too much of that. Like, I got frustrated on a lot of these puzzles to where I was like, I am Googling this because I've been here for 20 minutes. There are a couple, like, really creative ones that we can get to in spoilers that I really loved, like, but a lot of them weren't great.
I think it was a very obvious, like, these are the big puzzles in this game, and if you have these difficulties, they're all laid out perfectly to adhere to those difficulty levels. Like it's the same puzzle, just with a different paragraph. So you have to know, you have to think about it a little bit different.
Like some you can brute force, like the Scarecrow one you can brute force.
Right, and that's fine, but a couple of them you can't brute force. I mean, it would literally take you years.
Yeah, the one you were stuck on, you would never, like...
You can't brute force it. Yeah. I think I got it right, but had 2 emblems in the wrong spot. And, like, that kind of situation makes me think as a gamer, those are all wrong. I'll never put those back there.
Yeah, and there's no way to tell if they're in the right spot, which ones are in the wrong spot.
They should have just had them lock in. It's not that, like, just let me brute force it if I want. But if I don't, and I think about it, I'll feel good about it. But
yeah, that's a good point. Like, just there could have been something to alleviate that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I before we get into spoilers, I think my critique, I agree with the puzzle critique. I think the other critique is this game was a little bit too obvious in the... So you were talking about how you had the real world and the, what do we want to call it? The
dark
shadow
world.
realm, dark world. We'll call it dark. Yeah, like it was almost too mirroring. Where I got to do 3 things here. I got to go do 3 things there. I got to do 3 things here. Got to go do 3 things here. I think by the end I knew what was going to be happening. Like, oh, I got to do this again in the dark world. Or, oh, in the dark world, I got to do this again in the light world. And I think they could have thrown a wrench into that at some point and have been like, no, that's not what's going to happen. Huh. And it never did. I felt like I was just like, I got a little bit tired of it by the end. I felt like the dark world wasn't doing it for me. Like, it was almost too much.
Yeah, I could see that. I actually didn't notice that.
I like the regular world gameplay wise a lot better than I like the dark world. But I think the dark world was cool, and I like that they tried it. I don't think it necessarily took away from the game. I think they just could have maybe done it a little bit better. I think they were too long. Like some of those, I think the second time you go in, I'm like, holy shit, I've been in here for like 5 hours.
Yeah, the one is long. I'm trying to think, like, because now that you bring that up, I didn't even put a separation between them of which of the 2 worlds I enjoyed playing more.
Oh, well then maybe you should think about that. I think it's because they're totally kind of like you said, they're totally different. One's you're weak and you kind of got to survive. The other one's more of it's a different game.
Yeah, yeah. They are I think I just liked them both so much that I didn't even think about which one I liked better.
That's fair. I think they're both. I think the Dark World in this game is a refreshing take on Silent Hill, though, because I was expecting, like you said, to be. You're just almost running the whole time, but it's not like that at all.
No, and it's not like a transition where you're like, I'm in a school, and then the school transitions to a dark school, and you have to play through the school again.
True, and I do like that fact that you don't play through the exact same level again, but the dark version. They did switch it up that you get different level layouts and everything. I just think the pacing was a little weird during some of it. I think the dark world overstayed its welcome sometimes, and I found myself wanting to be in the real world more than that. Huh. I think it could have been shorter, but overall, I mean, that's just a critique.
Yeah, I can understand it. I don't know, man. I think I like both of them. I wouldn't say I preferred one. I actually, gun to my head, gun to my dick, I liked the Dark World better.
I mean, I can see both, man. You know, I really can, and
because I
want to play it again on
spoilers.
An easier. I want to play it again on an easier difficulty too, because I feel like that took away from. I spent too much time in the Dark World on one of the bosses because of that.
Yeah, because the boss is on hard, man. Because like I said, I played it on the hardest mode. All the bosses are pretty much in the Dark World, and they are fucking tanky as hell in harder.
Yeah, you just. I feel like this game had an issue with the bosses in that regard. It was holy shit. And some of the enemy attacks and whatnot, it was kind of hard to see them coming. But the bosses in particular, it was kind of tough to determine Was I in the third phase of this fight? The second? Are there phases? Why is she doing that?
Yeah.
What's going on now? Like, am I changing? Like, do I have to do something different? There was a lot of that for me because the boss was so tanky. I'm like, is she even dying?
Yeah, and I would say too that the standard enemy you kill, those are so much like fun to fight, and I like them. Every other enemy in this has like very annoying things about it.
Yeah, oh my god, we could talk about. There's one enemy in particular that I will play this game again. I will purposely run past all of the.
Yeah, I probably know which one you're talking about.
Oh god, but yeah, overall, those were my critiques of the game. Story. I don't want to give spoilers. Did you like the story? Are you liking the story?
Oh, I loved the story. I think that's the strongest thing about the game.
Yeah, and we can't talk about it really at all without spoilers, but I think I loved it. I think honestly, as a male, I feel uncomfortable in a way of just like, man, I feel bad that this happens to people, that kind of thing. And
yeah,
what people had to go through. It's one of those. It's depressing as fuck.
It is, and it's one of those things. Like, it's weird because, like, video games are definitely like considered a male medium and a male genre thing. This is and this was written by a man too, but like, this is a very like story that is focused on what it is to be a girl.
Yeah, like a girl entering womanhood, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in the environment of like, a Japanese, like
60s Japan. And I mean, even in America in 1960 for women, probably. Let's be honest.
No, true. I think it's like honestly unfortunately a timeless thing, because there's some women in my chat and they're just like, oh my god, like I totally see where they're going with this. This is true. Like, this is awful. And there was a Swedish guy in the stream and he's like, is this what this is resembling? And the girl answered, and she's like, yes, and it's this bad in real life too. Like, it gave me, streaming this game with a female perspective really gave me a lot too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot more because it just was like, and not that I don't believe it. It's just for a girl to be like, that is how I felt during that. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I would love.
Oh my god.
I would love to see like female content creators like thoughts on this game. It's kind of like
essay or something.
Yeah, where it's like the Matrix, like the transgender themes. Like, I'm never going to understand that, but like a transgender person would. Like, there's a lot of themes in this game where it would hit probably a real fucking hard if you're a girl.
And that's the thing. I am a white dude in America, and I was heartbroken at some of this shit.
Yeah.
And imagine if I was a girl, imagine if I was younger, imagine if I was, from Japan. This game might speak to a lot of people in a lot of different ways they weren't even thinking it would, And I would love you can even tell that like the way that they call each other like friends isn't kind of the way we see friends, in at least I did growing up. It was like almost everyone's your friend, but you hate them.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's really awful.
This is the most upsetting thing I've ever played, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It is like, if you're going to play this game, you have to be like okay with some pretty horrific fucking shit. Like, it does not it does not pull any punches. Like, there's some fucked up scenes, there's some fucked up imagery. Like, it is a lot in this game.
Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart. Do not play this game in a bad place. You really
like, there's a warning at the beginning that like says this, like, there's some graphic images, this is a fictional story, but it literally says something along the lines of like, if it's too much, stop playing, and if it gets real bad, talk to somebody. And it's like, I've never believed a warning before like that until I played this game.
Yeah,
Like,
if you haven't played this game yet, read the warning at the beginning.
yeah,
It's true.
It's definitely true. Like, this is some shocking fucking sick shit, and it's
There's a lot of like, you walk into a scene or something, you're like, that's not what's gonna happen. It does, and it's worse.
yeah, it's real bad.
You know, it almost takes your deepest, darkest thoughts of what the situation could be, and it's just like, yep, you were right. And you get to see it play out, and you're like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah.
This is awful.
Like, it's a crazy, like, work of art, this game, just from, like, a storytelling perspective, a female perspective. It made me even, like, think about, you know, certain things from a woman's point of view, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's definitely, it's almost impossible not to. And you're just, as a male, it's incredible. Just like, wow. Like, not in a good way, of course. It's just like, I can't fucking believe, you know, that people have to feel this way, deal with this, had to grow up like this.
yeah,
and
like, it's just, and especially, like, with the progress we've made over the years, like, it's not even that long ago that, like, women were treated like this, you know?
That's the thing. You're like 1960s. It's awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
It was awful.
And it's not that long ago. It is a fucking terrible situation that they put those girls in.
Yeah, and it's, you know, cisgendered white male, we felt for women. You know what I mean? Like, that's how good this is.
Exactly. We are very, you know, we're not a part of that at all, that culture. We never experienced something like that growing up, fortunately enough.
No.
And to witness it and play through it and experience it, it's amazing. It's almost like watching a movie, you know, where those like Schindler's List or something, where it's the perfect media to put me in her shoes and make me feel the way that she did and show me imagery, you know. Video games shine, and this is a great example of it, of making the consumer feel something.
Yeah, like, there was no other medium where something like this could have been accomplished, like,
and hit this hard.
So I highly recommend this game. I don't know if you were going to give it a score.
I am.
What would you
I'm gonna give it a 9. I wanted to play this game. When I wasn't playing it, I was thinking about it, and I just appreciate what they're doing. It's not just Silent Hill 5 or whatever. Like, it's not like they just took Silent Hill 2 remake and made a new game with that. It's a different approach. It's a different thing, and with the way the game was created, it let emotions shine. Whether you wanted to be scared, pissed, you know, frightened, or, like, you know, anxious, it hits all those notes in and out of gameplay. It's really just a wonderful experience for anyone looking for, like, a horror thriller story, you know.
Yeah, and I can concur. Like, I think that, you know, gameplay wise, you're probably looking at an 8. You're looking, but
maybe even a 7, depending on the
7. You're right, but, like, as an experienced man, like, I think this is a 10. I think this is the unfortunate too bad Claire came out this year game. Like,
yeah,
this is the second best game of the year. Like, the emotions I felt playing this game, I couldn't watch it at times. I was uncomfortable at times. I was having so much fun at times. Like, you run the gamut of emotions. Like, as an experience, this is kind of like Death Stranding, or, like, as a game, maybe it's not a 10, but as like an experience, something, you know, you just will never, there's nothing else that you're going to play that's like this, that runs the gamut of emotions, the storytelling, the atmosphere. I just think it's a 10. Like, I don't think they could have done better. There are issues with it gameplay-wise, puzzle-wise, that kind of thing, but this game has just been in my head since I started it. Like, what are the implications of this? What are the implications of that? Like, I want to beat it 4 times because I want to see every fucking cutscene. You know what I mean? Like, that's so rare.
Yeah, and even like you saying you have to beat it 4 times, that's not a deterrent for me at this point. Like, I want to see what this game has to offer. I'm excited to keep playing it, and I'm scared I'm missing stuff, and that's a good feeling for me.
Yeah, and even when like, how many games do you beat? And you're like, well, I have to play it 4 more times to get the whole story, and every time I play it, the game changes. Like, that's new, you know?
That's new, and that's a wonderful bang for your buck. I mean, I feel like even just after my first playthrough, I was like, that's a great experience, and I get more? Awesome.
Yeah, I'm 24 hours deep, like, of what took me the first time to beat 10 hours. So, it's just that much of an experience.
Yeah, it threw me off, man. I didn't see this coming. I'm happy about it.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it.
Like, it's hard for me to ever say a game is better than Silent Hill 2, but this is, like, it's right fucking there. Like, I think time will tell on these games, you know?
Well, fortunately enough, you could just be like, Silent Hill is my favorite horror genre.
Yeah. Like, this is just, I was shocked, to be honest with you, because everything I saw from this game, I'm just like, this doesn't look like Silent Hill to me. Like, the combat looks...
it.
Yeah, we're like, this looks janky.
Like, this looks like shit. And
I've never been happier to be shut up. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I put my shoe in the oven, cooked it, baked it, ate it. Yeah. I don't give a shit. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm glad this game surprised me so much. It almost made it better. I'm like, wow, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was so wrong.
I was so wrong. This game is so fucking good, and for me to even be like, man, it's a shame Claire came out this year, because it's close. Like, I wouldn't have thought a game could come out this year that was close, and this game's pretty close. So, I think
it's close for me. It's not.
It's not, no, but it's close. Like, it came close.
When it comes to, I mean, it's up there with, like, it's not holding any punches. It's up there with Resident Evil 8, you know, all those games. I think it's...
I liked this better than, I liked Resident Evil 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's up there. I think I hope they keep going with
I think
it.
I think I liked it better than the Silent Hill 2 remake as well. Like, this game was special.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job. There was a lot of heart and soul in this, I think, and it was in the right direction, in the right place.
Well, I think what they did is...
Kudos to Konami for actually doing it.
I think they made a smart decision in hiring that writer who is a light novel writer. I can't remember his name, and it was just like he wrote a script and a vision, and they just fucking went with it.
Yeah, I think he was the missing puzzle piece that was needed for this game to succeed.
Yeah, so, what a game. But we have to talk some spoilers, guys, so...
Let's get into spoilers.
Yeah, big time spoiler time. I don't even know. I want to start with, like, literally the hardest thing I've ever had to watch in a video game, where the fucking scenes where she cuts her arm off and rips her face off.
Okay, so
So we should try and, like...
I always want to go back and do you weren't watching the stream at that point then, because I'm like, you know what? Kester might actually quit this game right now. I don't know if Kester's going to like this game because of this scene.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, I don't think Kester's going to like this amount of gore.
I think
he's going to think, yeah, I knew it. Even say it live. I was like, Kester might not like this game because of this scene.
It made it for me, because it's like, I've in movies looked away. I have never in a video game been unable to look at the fucking screen. Like, I couldn't do it when she was cutting her arm off. Oh my God.
Well, this is the kind of game where you were mentioning in the review, it doesn't hold punches. Well,
no.
This is the moment. This is where you're like, they're not going to show it. They just keep fucking going.
Right,
they just keep showing, especially with her face. I was like, because I knew that they didn't hold any punches with cutting her off her arm. So when you cut off the face, I was like, I am gonna have trouble with this one.
Yeah.
They start digging in. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and I think like what we could do here is just kind of go through like the game. So when it starts, it's like you're just a schoolgirl and you get in a fight with your parents, and then you leave and you're just running around the town and there's nobody there and you have no idea what's going on. Then this fucking monster just starts attacking you. And like right from there, I was like, this is fucking good. This is crazy.
And like you said, the way they introduce the monsters and they just chase you, and the sounds and the everything about it, it's fucking creep show at the beginning, and they do such a good job of that.
Yeah, there's so many creepy things in this game. They're like, dude, just the way the basic enemy runs, where it's like, do they have knives on their feet? Like, I don't understand it. And it sounds
they do.
So fucking freaky, man.
Yeah, and a lot of these what I appreciated with a lot of the enemies was if you're not looking at them, they actually go faster. Not just the scarecrows. Like it's every enemy, the dog enemies. So a lot of the times what you need to do is kind of walk backwards while they're chasing you so that they're not full on sprinting and you have to dodge their attacks and shit.
Yeah, like
they'll chase you and fucking kill you in this game. Yeah, and I like that.
I really love that. And I like the enemy design in this. I would only say like 3-4 enemies in this game. And
well, you're correct, but they kind of like one of them has like 3 forms. So it's like, you fight them and they each have a little bit of a different move set or have more health or something. But overall, there's really not that many different enemies now.
Nah, there isn't. And some of them are really fucking annoying. Like the boob monster thing. I hate that thing.
The boob monster thing is just, it doesn't make any sense. It's annoying. This game has a really bad... The issues with the combat in this game aren't what you it's like you can't see attacks happening. The animations aren't good enough. The enemies are too blobby for you to see what the fuck they're doing. They're always just wiggling around. I hate the baby meat sacks that cry and spray the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they are the reason I hate them is because if you don't one-shot them first round, might as well just run away. Because they're going to make the ground kill you. They're going to fucking barf piss on you. They're going to spin around. They're going to whack you with their heads, but you can't see it coming. Like, they're the worst. And they have way too much health.
They do. They have, like, the most health of any enemy besides the boob monster.
They are literally the only enemy where I'm like, I can't fight this thing because I can't afford to lose this weapon right now.
Yeah, and they're just... I like the Dark World version because it's like a girl who hopscotches at you, which is very creepy.
Yeah, I don't mind the Dark World version because you have the fucking claw or you have the unbreakable items. I'll beat the shit out of them there. Like, that's fine. It's the fact that they should be like 3 hits in the game. Like, you run up, if they don't CC you because that's their thing, you get them. That's it. Why are they 25 hits? They can be 3.
They're
and
annoying.
I won't. Like, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So those guys suck. I have a feeling there is enemies that are weak to certain types of weapons in this game. Like, there's an underlying, like, some are, knives actually work better against them than pull pipes, but I don't know yet. I haven't really tested that. It's hard to test in a game with durability.
Yeah, it really is. That's the thing about the combat is I really like bashing the regular guys. I think I literally hated fighting everything else. Like, I hated fighting those like dudes with the no face because their attacks.
The dog guys.
Yeah, they sound terrifying too when they're coming at you, but like you have no idea what attack they're doing. Like, it looks like you can counter it, but you can't. Like,
And a lot of the game likes to do is put the counter right before like an insta-kill attack or right after an insta-kill attack. So you're really need to know the enemy moveset. And you're like, okay, I get your enemy moveset. But now you have to fight two at the same time, and there's a fucking meat baby puking on you. It's hard to get the counters in after that while you're dodging around. And I think all the enemies have issues, kind of like you said. All the other enemies there's issues fighting them, except for the first type of enemy.
Yeah,
I think they nailed those. They're so much fun to fight.
Yeah,
bashing them.
They look
when
cool.
they whiff.
I love when they
awesome.
Even when they grab you, it's fucking awesome. Like then they're like screaming and stabbing you.
Yeah, it's fucking eerie. And then when you counter them, they are in like a really cool position where sometimes they're like looking at you, and you're just like, you just straight up smack them in the face.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And I found myself like being able to know like distances. So when they would attack, they'd whiff, and I would have my charge attack, and they would basically just come straight into my swing. And it was some of the most... Yeah, exactly. I just went,
Dude, my favorite is when you get the baseball bat and you're charging up the attack, and you're like, batter up, bam,
yeah,
crack them, dude.
Socking dingers.
It's so satisfying. And that's like...
And I think that's why I like the real world combat better than the dark world, because of that. Just those instances of pure, like, the batter ups are so good.
Yeah,
so good.
In the dark world, I like it a lot whenever you have the Naginta, but like when you get the fox arm, which is like cool story wise, that's when you're just like, I'm overpowered compared to these enemies now, and it's like, why am I even fighting?
Exactly. And it's just a matter of like time and patience. And then the thing is about that, you'll get some interesting fights in there, but a lot of times you just get one-shotted, or it's just bullshit, because it's feast or famine in that world, I feel like. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You're only... Once you get the fox arm, I don't know. It's like... The game just completely changes, and I don't know if I like the fox arm as much as I like regular weapons, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say I like the regular weapons better than the fox arm. I think it was a neat concept, though. Like,
yeah, and I think it's cool that they managed to make siphoning, like how enemies don't die, you have to like siphon their bodies.
Yeah.
They managed to make that not as annoying as I thought it was going to be. So I appreciated that.
Yeah, and I like the dark world. Just like, I really like the dark world part where you're killing your friends. Like,
fucked up, dude.
Fucked up.
How do you kill Shinako? Or the first one? I know that you lava burst the one, you hang Shu, but how did you kill the first one?
You don't kill her. So, like, if you find some notes about her, she's just terrified of the dark. So you basically just trap her in the dark and leave her there. So what you did was actually more fucked up than killing her.
That's what it was. That was the end of my stream, and I was like, I can't remember how you fuck with her. And now I remember the scene that Hinako just closes the door.
Yeah, and that's like another good thing about Hinako is you're wondering, like, she's just like, batter up smacking these fucking monsters in the face. Like, that's part of her character. Like, she's very tomboy, and so basically what happens is she's a tomboy who was forced into an arranged marriage. So I guess the main theme of the game, or I don't even know, but it's she can't make a decision of whether she wants to marry this guy or she doesn't. And it becomes like, is any of this real? Like, do you think any of it was real? Or was it all in her head?
Like,
yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I only beat the first one. So you have the first ending, and I figured out that you can't get a different ending the first playthrough, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I beat the game, official. We both know that ending. I don't think it was real. I mean, I think when you left the house after that fight, it was kind of your last straw. And I think that's kind of when you black out and like some shit goes down, right?
Yeah, which is that ending.
Right. And I think that we're playing through your subconscious we're playing through your mind's how it's processing what you're doing on the inside.
Yeah, like what is happening.
Exactly. So I think yes, it's happening, but we're not seeing the real deal, right?
Yeah, I think it just takes
Something
place
like
all
that.
in her head. But
she's actually moving around, I think. Like, I think stuff's actually occurring. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's answered. Like, and I've gotten all the endings, so it's like...
I think that there is... I think that, like, from what I gathered is that Hinako and her sister were both arranged marriage because of her father. He went into some debt, and he couldn't pay it back. So he basically sold off his daughters to the highest bidders. And I think that Hinako's sister, like, almost Hinako was looking up to her as a role model, but she turned against her almost. Was like, no, you follow me and you do what I did because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, see, I think that just represents, like, the sister. I don't think she was a real thing, like, a real person. I think she just represents the side of, like, she should do what her father says. Like, she should go through with this marriage. This is what women do. This is your duty. And the doll.
You don't think Junko is even real?
No. And I like the doll is the opposite. Like, that represents her childhood. Where, like,
yes, I think that's her adolescence.
She doesn't want to grow up. So she's fighting against the marriage. And I think that, like, what's throwing her in the decision is if you find a lot of the notes. Do you realize who she's marrying? Did you figure that out? Because you should.
Well, I do know that she actually does like the dude, and that's what's a big struggle for her, is that she doesn't want to be told what to do, but at the same time, she actually does kind of like the guy.
Yeah, like, you know that cutscene where you're in the playground and it shows her save that kid?
Yeah,
that's the
him.
kid. That's the kid.
Oh, that's Fox Mask.
Yeah, that's Fox Mask. So she's known him, and, like, that's where it's like, is it a dream or isn't it a dream? Because the fox bit him, and did he become the fox god then? You know what I mean? Like, was he an actual god? Because a lot of the reading stuff, there is, like, a lot of, like, there is a god of this region, and it is a fox, and it protects the world. You know what I mean?
Yes, but if you also read into it, there is a fucked up version of that girls were swept away, basically trafficked, and men were saying that it was the Fox Lord sweeping them away to marry them, and that the parents should be okay with that because the god came and took them.
Yeah. So, like,
like, I think what it was, like, I think Hinako just views him as the fox god because he got bit by the fox, and in her fairy tale books, a fox would come and sweep the little girl or girls off their feet and take them away, much like Peter Pan or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's why she viewed him as the fox, because he got bit by a fox, it made sense to her, and then she was getting married to him, and she actually kind of likes him. So she gave him this persona of the fox because in her mind, you know, if she wants it or not, the Fox Lord's going to take her away.
Because, yeah, like, she was sold to him, she has no choice, but at the same time, she likes him. And then, on the other hand, she likes Shu and her friends, and she doesn't want to leave that behind.
She likes Shu. She doesn't love Shu.
Correct. He's definitely friend zone.
Shu fucking loves her.
Yeah.
But Shu fucking loves her, and that's a big... And, of course, that causes the drama between the other girl, Rinko, who likes Shu, and it's honestly a brilliant representation of teenage jealousy, those guys.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, like, another thing, too, where as a guy, it's hard to understand like how like when they're bickering or like Shu or the other girl and her fighting in front of Shu, like what that would feel like for a woman kind of thing. Like,
right, and it's really crazy. Again, I want to come back to like they're calling each other friends, and it might be because this is like the fucked up Silent Hill version, but everything is underhanded that is said between the girls. Every single line is almost a spite at each other.
Yeah, like an underhanded jab, yeah.
Yeah, and everything directed towards Shu isn't. Very rarely, unless it's about Hinako. Like, Rinko will be like, she's a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just... again, it's like fake friends. The girls in this game are so fake purposefully. It's almost the cultural fakeness. It's like they're supposed to be fake, and they do it really well, but it leads to some really dramatic, fucked up things happening that, friends are calling each other traitors, and like they're still friends. It's like,
yeah,
what?
that's how girls are, I guess. Like,
and do you think what do you think the F stands for in Silent Hill F? Like, do you think it's friends, or like do you think it's a knife because it's like a lowercase f that it just kind of looks like a knife?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
but...
I don't know if you have any other ideas about the endings or like what's going on. I think you thinking Junko's fake is an interesting concept or imaginary.
Yeah, I think she just represents the opposite of the doll, whereas the doll, because the whole thing is a decision.
I like that, yeah.
Like, the whole game, I think, is just the decision she is trying to make. But there's obviously something wrong with her, and the standard ending is she was taking these pills that made her fucked up, basically. And then she went crazy and killed everyone.
Yeah, and I think Shu is giving them to her, right? Because
he definitely gives them to her because he thought...
He's part of the local family physicians.
Correct. And I think he thought that the pills would stop her from making the decision to go with the other guy.
Not to help her anxiety, but to...
Yeah, like he was a bad dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was basically poisoning her, yeah.
Correct. But it's like so much of it is vague because, like I said, I don't know if any of this was actually like real. It's just like a manifestation of the decisions she's wrestling with. And it's real.
Yeah, again, you saying Junko's not real threw off my whole kind of theory, and I think you're completely right, which... Yeah, so I have to rethink everything now.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, same with the one ending made me rethink, like, well, was he the fox god? You know what I mean? Or is he just a representation of the fox god? Was he actually the fox god? Because the one ending implies maybe he was the fox god. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like, there's so much more to learn past that first ending, you know? Like...
Yeah, well, okay, so let's go back to the first ending. They say it's like a crime scene, and they go over... Like, it's pavement with blood and a bunch of those, you know. And they say that there was a wedding, right?
Yeah, so she was at the wedding.
Her wedding.
Her wedding. I think it's her, even though it's definitely her. They say, like, she was 20 years old, but I think that's just to cover the asses of making a 15-year-old girl kill a bunch of people. So
that's where I was like, well... No, I mean, that's where I'm like, is that Junko?
No, it was definitely supposed to be her that killed everyone.
Because I was thinking Junko got sold off and actually ended up... She was taking the pills, too. And ended up just fucking killing her, like, just doing what we're doing, but at the wedding that she was attending. You know what I mean? So I thought Hinako was... basically going crazy at the same time her sister was. and we just never really saw her sister going crazy. You know what I mean? Like it was the same symptoms, but it in a different place.
Yeah,
and that's what the 20-year-old thing really concreted in my head, that it wasn't Hinako.
Yeah,
you might be right.
I think it was definitely Hinako, because like Junko, it seems like from what you see of her, and there's like cutscenes of her and like other endings too, where it's like she was fine with the whole arranged marriage thing. Like that was her duty. That's what she had to do to honor her father and her mother. And like she was very traditional, like Japanese, like you were told to marry a man and have kids. And
she represented like discipline.
Correct. Like
as
just as how it was back then. Like if you were arranged to be married, you married the guy and you did everything, you know, you were slavish to him in a lot of ways. Like,
yes,
I think she just represents that in the in the actual game.
Yeah, because she gets that weird her mask really freaks me out. Her, like,
she's
weird
very
demonic
creepy.
owl. Yeah, but what's up with the bell at the beginning?
What bell?
She gives Junko a bell at the beginning of every session, like every start. Junko comes over and she's like, "What's wrong?" And she's standing.
Oh
there,
yeah. She gives her the bell.
Gives her a little bell with a red string, and it's gold bell. And I just watched that cutscene again. I was like, wait, what the fuck's up with the bell? Do you know what's up with the bell?
I don't know what's up with the bell. Like, it probably just represents something in Japanese that we don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, and that's very reasonable to assume, and why I kind of want to experience the game, but then almost watch a 3-hour essay on what the fuck is happening and everything. You know?
And I think that's where like we're gonna have YouTube essays and so many things of just like theories of what actually happened in this game, and that's just fucking awesome to me. Like you could probably interpret it any way you want to. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's so cool that you were playing and you're like, I don't think Junko's real, and then I was able to slot Junko in, and it makes sense to me. And then you can have these open-ended discussions and really get to like the bottom of some cool stuff, but it's never going to be like, this is the answer. And that's where Silent Hill shines, and like that's why I'm excited about it too.
Yeah, it's that Stephen King thing where it's like the most upsetting thing and the most unsettling thing is that there's no concrete answer. Like there's no definitive answer. Like any theory you have about this game could probably be correct. Like I was talking to my friend at work who beat it, and we had completely different theories on some things. A lot of things we agreed on. It's just like, what the fuck actually happened here? And
yeah,
I think you could interpret it any number of ways. Like she was in the original ending, it's like she couldn't figure out what she wanted to do, and she was taking these drugs that made her crazy, and then she just fucking snapped and killed everyone and ran away. That was the decision she made.
Because they do mention there's like red pills here and at the village and this wedding, right? Or something?
Yeah. They were at the wedding, and it's definitely like the implication of that ending is that she couldn't make a decision because she wasn't in her right mind because she was taking those pills. So she went crazy. The other endings, because to get the other endings, you can't take any of the pills.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
I saw that coming. So how does it tell you that? Like, how do you know?
What?
To not take the pills.
The game tells you. Is the only way you would know. And it's like the other endings, just because I don't think this really spoils anything. Like the other endings are one where she marries the fox, one where she runs away with Shu. It depends what you do in that playthrough. Like if you make offerings to the fox, you're going to go with the fox. There's a point where like Shu will give you something. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
okay.
The other endings are just like different decisions she made. But the whole game is just like her toiling about a decision that she
doesn't even get to make, really.
Yeah, in the first playthrough, she didn't even, like, she couldn't decide. So, like, because she was fucked up on drugs and went crazy. I think
Well, it's like, I think it does come down to, too, it's like, this is the most this marriage is arguably the most important decision of your life. And these women don't even get to pick.
Yes, they don't even make...
You know, a decision is made for them, and it is the most important decision of their life. And it's like, you can't cope with that because it's so fucked up.
Yeah, and you can see where it would, like, wreak trauma on someone in their, like, brain, and even there's...
yeah, exactly. It changes everything.
Yeah, it turns out the monster is her, because basically, when you're in the real world, that person, that Hinako, doesn't want to get married. She wants to stay with her friends. She wants to make her own life and her own decisions. But there is another Hinako that is like, I like this guy. He wants to build a future with me. I kind of do want to marry him. And she can't, like, process it. Like, she doesn't know what to do. It's so insane.
And then they do the awesome thing where they flip worlds. So you have to play as, like, weak Hinako in the dark world, and then the overpowered Hinako in the real world. I love that switch. That was great.
Yeah, that's such a good concept too. Yeah, like
I did. That's like whenever they did that switch, it alleviated my qualms of feeling like the dark world was a little bit too drawn out. Because I was like, I still believe that. I still think it is. But it made that switch a little bit sweeter because I was, like, way better with her in that form. So I could just fucking punish, you know? That was the whole point. You come to the real world as the fucking Batman, you know?
Yeah, as the fucking Fox
kicking
demon.
Ass. Yeah. And that was so neat. And it was amazing if you, like, listen to her dialogue. She's talking about how gorgeous it is, but obviously it's, like, kind of gross.
Yeah, gross and fucked up, but...
Yeah, it's pretty in its own way, because there's, like, flowers, but it's a very disgusting pretty, you know?
I even love...
colors with gross flesh.
Yeah, and I love the dark world in that when you first get there, she's freaked out. She doesn't, like, know what's going on, but as it goes on, it's like... She's slowly accepting this guy. Is she accepting him as her husband? And then she's going through these trials for him. Is she hypnotized? Like, is he put a spell on her? Or is she just willing to do this for this guy? Like, it's so vague. And it just raises so many questions. Like, dude, she fucking cuts her own arm off for this guy. Like, it's wild, and she seems like she's on drugs when she's doing it, you know?
Yeah, she's like a Terminator.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'll just do it. And then even one of the trials, she refuses to bite down on something, which insinuates that she wants this more than anything, you know? Don't give me the Novocaine. I want to feel the pain.
Yeah, it's just that version of her wants it. Like...
really bad too. And I think that's her womanhood maturity, you know, in a sense, wanting stability, wants security, wanting, a really Prince Charming is the best way to put it, I think, for like their Fox Lord is almost like a Prince Charming. Like he comes and sweeps you away, you know, that's what
he's
they
depicted
represent.
As such. Like he's very handsome. He's like
gorgeous. He's immaculate. Yeah.
And that's where, like, I think that she did like the guy. Like, she was attracted to him. And maybe it's just, like, her feeling, like, love for this guy for the first time because she's never been in love before. Like, this is the length she's willing to go because she is in love. But then there's that other one in the real world that is like, no. We're not doing this. This isn't where this decision was forced on us. Like,
well, yeah, and to them, marriage is so sacred, and it's literally tearing your body, mind, and soul. Like, you know, those three aspects. I think those were the three aspects of her that they, like, you know, she's tearing off. You know, I think she's like mending. I don't know how's the Father, Son, Holy Ghost in Catholicism. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Like, yeah, like that's their version of that, and that's how brutal it is for her to do those things because it's such an important thing to her, and to give him my mind, my arm, like
mind, body,
like giving my fucking face off. It's like I don't have. I'm not my own person anymore. I'm yours. I'm your little fox girl, you know? And then
you own me kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like you take away my dominant arm because it's your arm now. Like you control what I do, you know?
And that's
then the back the branding is the most obvious. It's like you're mine.
Yeah, you're
like,
mine.
That's my brand.
And that's the thing too, like because we live in an age like after like feminism and women's rights, but it's like just like women being forced to in a day and age to be forced into being wives and mothers and stay at homes when it's like they weren't suited for that. You know what I mean? Like Hinako is like a tomboy who wants her own life, wants to build her own future, do her own thing. But society is basically like, you have to be a wife and mother. Like, that's all there is for you.
Yeah, she should, like, all intents and purposes be going to the Olympics or be like an actress, like, you know, like Jackie Chan or something.
Yeah, an athlete.
She's getting forced into this because her dad, like, made some bad decisions, but he's using the culture against her, you know, and that's not fair. That's not a decision that she could make.
Yeah, and
no one's going to fight for her because that's a culture thing, you know.
And it is like depicted as one of the most horrific things a person could go through, and what a message for a game, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable. You can see that those fat boob monster mom things, like that's how she views motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
if you read the descriptions, he's like, it's a mom. Like how she views a mom is it's a woman, it's a meat sack that is there to feed another living being. Like that's
and
all it's good for. It's like a cow.
Correct. And they spawn babies, kind of, you know.
And poison. It's like poison clouds and babies and more enemies, but yeah. And it does a remarkable job of there's not that many enemies in this game, like we talked about, but they each represent something very important, much as Silent Hill does.
Yeah.
So they lived up to that mark. Like those dogs, there's like dog things that chase you and like hop around and whatever. We were talking about them. If you watch them and if you read up on them, those are teenage boys.
Yeah.
And they like
grab
dogs.
you and they like lick your face.
Yep. And if you watch them before they jump at you to grab you, they like spit on their hands and it looks like they're slicking back their hair. It's hilarious. But it's like, what? And she just views everyone but Shu, every boy but Shu, she just views as a fucking dog.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's because of her upbringing, because her father was abusive to her, to her mother. Like, she doesn't have a good male role model, so she thinks, like, what she's seen of a marriage is just, like, a woman getting berated and attacked and yelled at and screamed at by her husband, like...
Used, abused, a doormat is really all it was.
Yeah, you know, it hit really hard for me, like, abusive father kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing that, like, if you have a past with that kind of shit, like, this game's gonna hit different for you. Like,
yeah, a lot of just, like, this isn't fair, and you have to work through it with Hinako, you know, and it's a lot like that in real life, and I think that they hit those struggles really pretty well and how dark they can get, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. This game does not fucking pull any punches with how, like, abusive relationships can be, how hard someone's home life can be, like, how dark just someone's life can be. Like, it's really hits a lot of those notes where, like, you probably as a human being felt some of this in your life.
Yes, and even as a male, I feel like I can relate to some of it, but not all of it. And
No.
not all of it at all, but I'm just saying, like, even as a male, you're going to feel things in this game, and you're going to come out of it with a new respect for culture, for women, and I think how it makes me want to be a better dude. Like,
yeah, it
honestly,
really does.
like,
Yes.
I don't want women to view me as this game does, and I don't blame women for doing that. I don't, like, this game is just a representation of real fucking life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this has happened.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be viewed as a piece of shit that just wants one thing, you know? And that's the honest to God truth after playing this.
Yeah, you're not, like, it is depicting, like, because her only, like, view of men are just, they're sick, you know? It's weird, too, because, like, so many games get called woke for putting a female protagonist. This game is actually pretty woke as far as, like, the messaging of, like, how terrible, like, men can be. Like, what it's like.
Woke, but it's so fucking... Yeah, but it's so... you can't even say it's woke, because this is just true.
Yeah, it's
like,
just true.
It's just how it fucking is.
Yeah.
And if you want to argue that, you suck.
Yeah, you do. And you're not... like the points the game are making of, like, it is hard to be a woman sometimes, like it really, as someone who is not a woman, does make you think about that, you know?
Yes. And those decisions of, like, how I view marriage. Well, what does the girl, you know, or the other person I'm marrying, how do they view that? And, like, I should consider that way more than I already am.
Yeah, dude. Like, what a deep fucking game. Like, I've never...
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like,
I think males should fucking play this game.
Yeah.
I think you really should, and just experience what, you know, the trauma of... I mean, it hits marks of just, like, women going through their period, and what they view as mothers, and, like, you know, how women, like, all men basically just want ownership is pretty much at the end of the day what they want. You know, that's how they...
And we only see them one way, you know?
Yeah, no, and, like, so it's... Honestly, to say this is just about her, how she views men, I think that's not giving this enough credit. So if you think that's what this game is, it's not. It's, like... It's also going through womanhood and maturity, and... I think that's where I related a lot to it, honestly, where I was just, like, not, like, obviously that part of it, but missing, like, when do you cut off your kid phase? When do you, like, you know, I miss that. I miss that defense sometimes versus my adult defense.
Yeah,
and
that's a big thing in the game is, like, puberty and, like,
when
when are you an adult? Like, am I ready to be an adult? Did I give up? Like,
yeah, exactly. And there's, like, did that moment already happen? Are those moments, like, when you get married, is that the moment you cut off your adolescence? And maybe that's why she views it that way. Do I view it that way? You know, it makes you think about that kind of stuff, too.
Yeah. Dude, this game just makes you think.
It does. No matter what. I think at the end of the day, it's the best. I think it's the best female story told in a game. Like, I felt, even as a male, I felt, you know, for her. And to be able to do that, I think is remarkable. I think it was a slam dunk in the story department.
Yeah, and just the imagery, like, everyone knows, like, you know, there's something you can relate to in this game, whether it's abusive parents, backstabbing friends, people you thought you knew, like... Drug abuse. It's all touched on, and it is not, like, sugar-coated in any way. It's like, this shit's real, happens in real life, it's fucked up when it happens in real life, and it's really fucked up when it happens in this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're a white dude in America, you should sit down, humble yourself for 20 hours, and play this game.
It will humble you. You're like, man, am I like this? Fuck, am
right.
I like this guy?
You're right. Like, Yeah, it makes you think about a lot of just how you treat women, and I think that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's so crazy that this was written by a guy who seems to understand women this well.
yeah. I mean, he's been doing novels. He probably just, I mean, when you look into situations, especially think about it though too. Growing up for him, how he's probably a little older. He's probably writing from experience of like knowing women that had to go through this shit. You know, maybe
Yeah, probably.
he probably could pull from a lot of different people he knows. Like maybe his mother had to do something like this, you know. And the man, I think, knows his culture very well because it seems like he writes it fantastically.
Yeah, he does. And that's what I mean. You can't it's such a weird what does this mean, but the lessons you get from it are just incredible. Like even what you piece together, just like, oh my god, there's so much of that going on in this game.
Even if you're wrong, you almost go through a different like thought process in your head, and you're like, oh man, that sucks, you know, and then you think about that for a little bit, and then the game's like, no, you're wrong, it's this, and then you're like, oh no, I have to think about that too. Oh shit, that sucks too. And then, you know, it all kind of comes together, and then you have a whole, that's where you like different views of the game come in, because it's like you just read something a little bit differently and it changed just how you thought about things, and you know,
Yeah, it really did.
gave you a different lesson, or you learned something new. It's insane.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like this game is just a 10, because like it is one of those things where you will never, like when you're playing this, after you're done playing it, like after you beat it, everything, you are just thinking about it, thinking about the implications of things. And it's so rare for any medium to pull that off. Like, and this was a video game, you know, and it's scary. Like it was just a survival horror game that's this deep.
It's scary. It's not monster scary. This isn't monster scary. I mean, they're grotesque. They're foul. They make you feel weird. But at the end of the day, the monsters really aren't there to scare you. They're there because they're hurdles and just pent up stress and aggression that she has, you know. You're not really ever really jump scared in this game, really. To say it's scary is weird.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where like a monster will come from around of a corner, and like it has very standard, like it is such a standard basic survival horror game, but it does so much with atmosphere and storytelling that it becomes it just something that's like transcendent in a way.
I almost felt like I was playing a movie the whole time, and and I say that in a good way, because it was kind of a linear experience, and there was obvious like acts almost, but it just it flowed so well like a movie. Again, it just kind of hit it. It was told like a movie. It had that like Sixth Sense like discussionary details that you could talk about like a movie, but it was a video game.
Yeah, it's wild. Like you should play this game. Like it's one of those games, man, where even if you don't play video games, I feel like people should play this game just to experience like a different culture, a different time. Like
yes, and I think that's why I can't give it a 10. I think that the combat isn't as good as the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think
it's holding it back, and why I say that is like I can't recommend it to some of my friends because they will stop playing because of this combat. And that's an unfortunate thing. I can't recommend this game to everybody, and that's why I can't say it's a 10.
Yeah, I get that too. And it has issues, like we're talking about puzzle design. I think in the entire game there was one puzzle that I really thought was incredible, which was the locker puzzle.
Dude, with the origami, and you were just it was just notes and shit all
Yeah.
around the school.
And you had to like collect the notes to figure out. And even those notes were just like girls gossiping about other girls, guys like talking about how to pick up other girls. You know what I mean? It was,
And then the one was like, the one is a cry for help. And it was like SOS.
SOS, yeah. And
Yeah, it was really, I agree. I think the school was probably, it was short and sweet. I think they nailed that part because it wasn't long. But it wasn't short. And the puzzle was really well done. Yeah, I really like the school part.
Yeah, and it felt very Silent Hill too.
It did.
Really liked I really like the house too, your house the first time. On subsequent playthroughs it's not as interesting, but just how you're in your house and it loops.
Yes, and you have to go through the different days with the calendar. Yeah, that was really cool.
That's another really good
too.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like actual gameplay stuff I really liked in this game. Like I really liked that part. I like in the Dark World whenever you get the key and you have to like run back and you keep getting paused. Like it's so anxiety inducing that it makes it like you feel some kind of way, like scared, terrified.
They do a good job of like, okay, I'm gonna fight this one. There's another one. Oh shit, there's another one. We gotta run. And then like the game will pause, like because you get anxious, and then you're like, "Fuck, run, Inuka!"
Like I can't run. You can't stop. They're coming. Like
do something.
Yeah, I love this game. I wish it wasn't Claire's year because it would have been Silent Hill F's year, I think.
Yeah, I would say it's an honor. It's the runner-up for me so far. I can't wait to keep playing it, and that's something I don't say often. I hope I keep playing it. There's just so many, like Hades 2's out now, and I want to check it out. But I think I'm gonna at least beat this once more.
Yeah, I'm close to the last ending, and then I'm gonna hang it up. I don't even know what I'm gonna go to next. Like I think Ghost of Yotai is soon.
Yeah, it is, and I'm gonna be honest. I have zero hype for that.
Yeah, I don't either, but I think it's just going to be something to play till Ninja Gaiden comes out.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up. We'll see.
Yeah, like I'll let you know. I hated that first one. Like I didn't hate it, but I don't know if I like the...
Yeah, I feel like you're going to text me, be like, it's good, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, and I like, though, that you play as a girl, and I like that it's, like, in the mountains, and, like, I love snow as an aesthetic.
I am with you on that. I love a good snowy level.
Yeah, so like I'm hoping like because of that I'd want to play it. But I think anything I play, it's the Claire dilemma. Like it took this long from Claire to play a game that I felt real strongly in a way about, you know?
Yeah, and the other thing is too, these are Claire and this are very linear, replayable experiences, whereas other games coming out, it's like Yotai, it's like open world again.
Yeah.
And I'm having so much fun. I would rather replay the game again in a different way than play an open world game, and that's what Silent Hill F is definitely hitting home for me. I would rather just keep playing this in a different manner than explore infinite space I don't give a fuck about.
And that's the thing, too, as you replay it, getting more story bits. And you can skip a lot of stuff. So, like, in the Dark World, if you... After the first part where you get the Ninjaginta, the rest of it you just play as the fox, so you can skip that entire part where you're going through this.
Okay, because you can have this... You have this stuff already?
Yeah, basically, it's like you went through the ceremony as soon as you got there kind of thing, so you can skip all that part. Same with the middle school. Like, if you put the puzzle on an easy, you don't have to get a key to the fucking locker room, and you can just open it up, go put the code in, go get the key, and leave. So
yeah, I'm just putting it on easy for the rest until I do like the purposeful hard run, I think.
Yeah, like you can skip a lot of the game. And two, like my last playthrough, man, like I said, I might have beat it like 2 hours. Like it was real fucking quick. just because you skipping everything. The second time you play it, you do have to do like this statue puzzle to get the one thing and then purify it. But after that, it's like everything is just run through it till you get to cutscenes you haven't seen before, and they're worth it, man. There's like conversations between her and her sister, like flashbacks. There's flashbacks of like, you know, her and her mom, her and her dad. Like there's various things going on.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll play.
Yeah, it's worth replaying. And even if like you don't play it through all 4 times, it's worth YouTubing the cutscenes.
I'm that's where I kind of am, and it's not. Essays aren't going to be out for like a month on this, so it's like I just kind of want to keep playing it, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited for essays. I hope that we get female perspective essays on this game, because I just would like to hear what they have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it might even be worth revisiting this and talking about it again, honestly, after that.
Yeah, after we get some ladies' perspective on it, you know, like just it is like weird for a game to make me like, man, I wonder what women actually think of this. Like this game.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah. So at least 10 out of 10 story for you, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think the only reason this game isn't a perfect 10 out of 10 and all, it's because I think the combat isn't for everyone, and that's the only issue.
Yeah, I think combat and puzzles
are like whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, you could Google them. So
yeah, it's if you feel like doing them, they kind of suck. You should probably just try for 5 minutes, and if they don't click, just fucking Google it.
Yeah, because you're gonna get the crow flew over the sun and the scales were here, and it's like what does that mean?
Right. It's like, okay, well, all of this doesn't make any sense. So let's just, you're just piecing together the shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, or like, a puzzle box where you can't tell, oh, it's the sakura flower. Well, is that a bonsai tree? Is that a sakura tree? Like, I don't know. Like, this picture isn't very clear.
Yeah, the couple of them are just questionable at best. It's like,
yeah. Like, so I think the gameplay in this it's probably a 7 gameplay wise. I just think that the rest of it is too good.
It all comes together to perform a perfect, in my opinion, like almost perfect game. Yeah,
because it's like
nothing. The only thing 10 out of 10 is the story. Like the story and the writing are fantastic. I think it's well done. I think the lore's great. And everything like that. The aesthetics really good. I think the music and sound design are 10 out of 10.
Oh,
I love everything about it.
The sound design in this game. It just adds to the like creepiness. I think the sound design makes the game creepy. Like if you take it's kind of like the Michael Myers thing. Like if you take out the Halloween soundtrack, it's like not scary.
It's just some weird guy in a mask walking around.
Yeah, just walking around, sitting up in a bed. Like, okay. But you put in the Michael Myers theme, suddenly that shit's scary. There's a lot of that in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's there. I am not at all. I do not at all regret my, purchase. Yeah, I will gladly keep playing it, and I basically would be like, if you want a really awesome, scary, fun game, you should play Silent Hill F. With the caveat of the combat is a little bit janky, so be aware.
Yeah, be aware. It adds to it, but it's not.
It's not feeling great, but that's on purpose, and you have to play by the way it wants you to play. Play by its rules, and you'll have a great time.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that Silent Hill is back on top of the mountain. Like, this puts it back up there as the best like horror franchise. I feel like 1 and 2 are such classics. 3 is okay. 4 is 1 good, maybe 2 good parts. This game just fucking terrifying. Great story.
It's the quintessential chef's kiss horror game. Where I think Resident Evil is like the best action horror game. Yeah, this is the best horror game.
Yeah, this is the best horror game. Like, as far as genuinely unnerving. Hard to watch. times. Like,
as an adult, it's hard to scare me. You know, I'm not scared of a ghoul in the corner. I'm scared of like this fucking crazy anxiety-ridden decision that I can't come up with it. You know, that's way scarier now. Stress is way scarier than the monsters in the closet.
Yeah, it is, and that's so, what this game is.
It's just
stressful.
It's about stress and how to handle it and decision making, and like I think anyone can relate to that.
Yeah, like just struggling.
Especially as you get older.
Struggling with the decision. Like I'm struggling with the decision now. You know what I mean? It's just
it's relatable. So that's the true horror, man. It's where you're like, oh fuck, I feel this in my soul.
Yeah, like, do I want to marry this guy or do I want to keep hanging out with my friends? Like, it's
fuck.
Yeah, and to present a decision like that as the most psychologically terrifying thing is incredible. So, I think we've gushed enough about this game. Just play it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've stuck around, you
had to have played it.
Or,
you would have had to.
Yeah,
if you haven't, then you can't now.
Yeah, you can't now, but you still should, because we are not giving this justice. It's such a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I can't heap enough praise on this game. So
yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page with it. I kind of saw it coming once you said you beat it 5 times or 4 times or whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm glad that we both are pretty much like, yeah, this is like a 10.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
flaws, but they're so kind of minuscule in the grand scheme of things. You know?
What they accomplished with the storytelling outweighs any fucking inconveniences in the gameplay. And like, there were times when I was annoyed playing this game. Like,
oh, me too. This is absolute bullshit. I fucking hate this.
Yeah, the one time you switch back to him, and she has to go back to her parents' house, there's like 3-4 fights against boob monsters because they're like blocking the way. I fucking hated that, but it didn't take away from the game whatsoever.
No, it just makes you more mad at the game, which adds to you're almost as mad as Hinako is. You're like, oh my god, stop it with the boob monsters.
Yeah, like, I'm tired.
And then you realize that's almost kind of the theme. Like, yeah, it's fucking annoying when you are constantly probably having pregnancy scares during your fucking marriage.
Your marriage.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what's worse than us fighting this fucking boob monster? How about actually thinking you're pregnant? Like, and I'm like, oh, the boob monster's not so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, what a game. All right.
Yes, it was a humbling experience in the most wonderful way. I loved it.
Yeah, and oh my god, I've never looked away from a screen before, but it happened in this game. Like, I couldn't even watch her cut her arm. Like, and then the face part was worse. I'm like, are we doing this again?
I know. That's exactly what I said too.
Dude, it's so brutal. Like, just hands her a knife.
Well, I didn't quite realize it was going to be the face. Like, I wasn't sure where they were going with it. But then, like, the scalpel came out and they just dug right in. I'm like,
oh, yeah. Like, I had to I literally couldn't look at the screen. Like, I just had my head down. I didn't even like listening to it.
I know. That's the other thing. It didn't sound any better than it looked.
No.
All of the sounds you could imagine. It just sounded like they were just squashing up meat.
Oh my god, is it brutal? But yeah, don't play this if you're faint of heart.
Yes.
But I made it through, and I'm like, this so squeamish.
It's worth it. Try to just look away.
If you have to look away, look away. If you have to pause and talk to someone you care about, as the game suggests, do that.
Exactly.
So, all right, you got anything else? I think we're done here with that.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, if you made it this far, thank you, and please like and subscribe and all that stuff. We never asked for that.
Yeah, so we will. Please like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts. Do you want to play Silent Hill F?
Yeah, do you want to play it? Did you play it? Like, any thoughts you have on it? Like,
yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think it added to the Silent Hill franchise, or do you think it's A lot of people think it's going in the wrong direction. So.
Yeah, apparently this game has not been for everyone, so I'm interested. I would like the dissenting opinion, like why you don't think this is good, like in a Silent Hill game. I get like aesthetically it's not, and it's not really, doesn't really take place in Silent Hill. Like you could look at it like they had a horror script and they just put the Silent Hill name on it to sell more, but if that's what it took to get this game made, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and I think they did if that is the case, I think they did a good enough job with the idea of what Silent Hill represents.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? That it's, in my opinion, Silent Hill isn't a physical place. It's, you know what I mean? It's almost like a realm, you know?
And it's just trauma, like.
Yeah, exactly. It's your own conscious, and
when it's at its best, it's trauma. When it's at its worst, it's about a cult.
There you go. Yeah.
And this was about trauma, so this is Silent Hill at its best. So if you got a comment or a like, please send it our way.
We appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Bye.